Hi everyone. All right, so I'm doing a haul and I have a ton of stuff. And let's take a look at what I found. This was at my local thrift store. It's called God's Storehouse and it's in the Midwest. This is $2 and I think I have another one to go with it. Let's see. If I remember right, I found a set. So I have the 2 dishes. These are so pretty. There's not any damage on them. They're like brand new. So these were they were $2 each. So that's $4. And I think I also got, yeah, I do. I have the matching cups for each of those. Where's the other one? Nope, that's not it. Here we go. I think this is it, yeah. So this is the set. And the cups were $2.50 each. And the plates were $2 each. So for $9, I got this cute little set. And I just think they're so adorable, and they're in such good shape. They don't have any cracks or chips on them, so those are going to go in the booth. And I haven't mentioned it before, but my booth is at the Owl's Nest on Topeka Boulevard in Topeka, and so if you're interested, those are going to be there. But these are a really good find. I'm really happy about that. Also found this brass candle holder. That was 50 cents. Really cute. And it's not very fancy, but just a little piece. But I mean, 50 cents and it's brass. You can't go wrong. I found these votive holders. This says Full Lead Crystal by Gorham. They're made in Germany. There are 2 of them, and these were $2.50 a piece. They each have the sticker on them. So those are super cute. Really nice votive holders. My booth isn't really selling a lot of crystal, although I have sold some pieces. But unfortunately, what I have done is, in my effort to stock my booth with crystal, I have become obsessed with crystal. So now I have a crystal collection. So those are going to probably go into my collection, at least for a little bit, until I decide that maybe I can part with them. I got these little lights. And actually, I think I was going to do a project with them. What I was thinking that I might do is, because the base is not very heavy, so, but I like the little lights, I like the drippy candle look, and so in order to have them not tip over, because I got lampshades for them, I was thinking about securing them to this base. Of course, not permanently. I would never glue anything to crystal or anything else like permanently. There's no way that I would permanently affix them. To me, that's sacrilege. So, but I do need something stronger, some base to kind of hold this down, because it is going to have a little lampshade on it. So they're basically little night lights, but I just thought they were so cute, and they were $1 a piece. So for $1, I can set this up with a little lampshade and just have like a really nice little night light for when I have visitors, and maybe they're not familiar with the room as much as they're not, they're not at their house, so they can still see if I have a little night light. But those are super affordable. And then I just got some candles, because I don't pay full price for candles. There's candles. But I also bought some electric candles, which I'm currently obsessed with, because it's much neater, and it's just a nice way to run a fairy lamp or some kind of other votive without actually having a candle burning. So it's much safer. And I have cats, so I definitely don't want the cats to be messing with any of my votives. So the electric candles work out really good. This I just thought was really cute. It's nothing fancy. It is made in China, but I do think that the color was really pretty. I have to clean out the inside. Obviously, someone had a votive in there, but I just think it's such a pretty color. And yeah, it's just super cute. I think it would look really cute in a little girl's room. This was, it didn't have a price on it, so if I remember right, I think I got it for $1 at my local thrift store. So I'm going to clean that up, and hopefully that'll clean up nicely. Actually, I know it's going to clean up nicely. I think it'll just be really sweet in a bedroom. What else do I have here? Ooh, I remember this. Okay, so this says Aston Martin Beverly Hills, which obviously an Aston Martin is a car. I don't even really know what they look like, but when I opened this, oh, this candle smells so good. It absolutely smells so good. It smells like some kind of, it's got a little bit of musk to it, almost like a men's cologne, but it's not overpowering. That is really, really nice. And this one's not going in my booth. This one's definitely staying with me. It's probably going to go in my bathroom or my bedroom because it smells so good. And that was $5.99. I think I looked up how much they go for, but I know I got a good deal on it. That was at a thrift store, but I probably would have gotten it even if it was a little bit more because it smells so good. This one I got because it's so different. It's really cute. Obviously, I think it's for a planter, but you could put whatever you want in it, basically. It could serve several purposes, but this was really unique. I did look up the price, and it was way more than what I got it for. This was $5.99 at the thrift store. But really unique. I'm just going to clean it up, give it a little bit of refreshing, or freshen it up a little bit. But super cute basket, really good for a planner or whatever other purpose you want for it. But it's definitely unique, and that's what kind of drew my attention to it. I'd never seen anything like it, so I don't know if maybe I just don't get around very much because I'm still, well, I'm not really new to the thrifting, but I haven't seen this before, so I really liked it. So that one came home with me. What else we have? This I did look up at the thrift store. This is not my style. It's not anything that I would really get for myself. It says genuine walnut wood, Nasco, made in Japan. So it's just a cool little cheese tray, I think. And it's really cute, but it's in rough shape and it needs a little bit of help. This was only $3.99 at the thrift store, so I'm going to give this a clean up and I'm going to freshen it up because it's walnut. It's beautiful. These are going to clean up, probably just a little bit of steel wool, clean that up, and I should be able to put this in my booth and resell it for a little bit of profit. So yeah, this is just a really cute little cheese board platter that I found, and it's definitely worth a lot more than $3.99. And so I'm going to freshen that up, and that's going to go in the booth. And if you didn't already know, I already mentioned this video, but I have a booth at the Alice Nest in Topeka on Topeka Boulevard. And so that's going to go in it along with this little guy. And this one I had to think about, and I kind of had to look it up and think about it. This was $2.99. This is towel silversmith, silver plated, and it's super cute. It's going to be cute for Christmas. Again, this one has a lot of patina on it. To me, I don't know, I know it's going to clean up nicely. See, that already looks better. And some people like the patina, and they would probably swear off of not cleaning it. Like my daughter, who is Gen Z, she's amazing, but she's like, leave the patina, just leave it alone, don't clean it. But to me, I don't know, I don't know if I can do that. I'm Gen X, and I just feel like I want it to be clean, and maybe make my own patina. And you know, once it's been around at my house for a while, then I can have whatever patina. But I want it to be clean, and so this is going to go in my booth. It's got a cute little place for a votive holder. This is going to go in the booth. This was $2.99, but it is silver plated, and I think it's going to clean up really nicely. This little guy came home with me, and I'm probably going to clean him up. This is for me, but it might be for my daughter, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I have a collection of stainless utensils because they are timeless and they last forever. I don't have a little piece like this. This is the cutest little ladle for like an au jus. Not that I'm a massive cook, but it's just nice to have the utensil if you ever have a need for it. This was, I think, 50 cents at my local thrift store. Super cute. And yeah, wanted that because I didn't have one. So that's going to stay with me. I also, what's this? Ooh, I remember this. Okay, so this little guy, look how cute he is. This is made in occupied Japan. This cute little goose. Goose or duck? Maybe it's a duck. I do that. I interchange those terms quite a bit. My daughter teases me. This is a duck, but it's really cute. And because it said made in occupied Japan, I couldn't walk away from it. There wasn't anything else on the floor that looked like this, and I just thought he was so cute. And just a small little item from a really long time ago during World War II, which is crazy if you really think about it. And this little guy, I think I looked him up. I can't remember how much he was, but for me at the thrift store, he was $1. So he came home with me. This little guy, which is basically a present. This one I'm going to keep because I actually have been looking for these, and I mean, I definitely love to make me some tacos. I normally use a different tool, and you have to kind of sit there. I have the tongs that you use with your hands. They're kind of like this, but they're just tongs. And so you have to kind of stand there, and you have to hold the tortilla the right way to make your tacos. So I am very excited to see if this works. And, you know, I'm hoping that it does a good job. This is kind of wide. It's a little wider than I'm used to making my tacos. But, I mean, it looks like there's going to be plenty of room for meat or chicken, whatever you put in it. So these are for me. These were $1.99 at the thrift store. And I'm going to see how these work. So I've been looking for a set of these for a really long time. So, all right, we'll see how that goes. I do have quite a bit of stuff, so bear with me. This book I bought, this was at my local charity gift store, or thrift store, called God's Storehouse. It's called A Far Off Country, and what caught my eye is that it is written by Winston Churchill and published by Macmillan. This is not the Winston Churchill that you're thinking of. But that's what caught my eye, and I don't normally buy books. I don't thrift books. I kind of just try to stay away from them because it's not really a thing that's in my booth. I mean, I had a set of Star Wars books that I sold, but Star Wars is kind of unique because it has such a huge fan base. But this book was $3.50, and once I picked it up, I decided to bring it with me because this book was published in 1915. I have no idea what it's about. I did a little bit of research really quick on the author, just enough to realize that it was not Winston Churchill, the prime minister that I thought it was. And you can see right there it says copyright 1914 and 1915. And this book is in excellent condition. It just is in really good shape. It's got some illustrations in it. And I just think this would look really pretty on someone's shelf for staging or for a vignette. And it's just got a really pretty cover on it, so I think that's gonna look really nice on someone's bookshelf. That was $3.50 for an over 100-year-old book in excellent condition. And yeah, I just thought that was really neat. I didn't want to walk away from it. It was so old and such good condition. Now the little lamps that I bought have lampshades, and these are kind of neutral, so they'll go anywhere really. And so the idea was to do that. So they have the lampshades. The lampshades were $2 and the lamp was $1. So for $3, I have a whole nightlight, kind of vintagey lamp, kind of candlestick lamp thing going on here. And I just thought that was a really good deal. And they're super cute and neutral, so they'll go in a lot of different rooms. And these are gonna end up in my booth. So those were a really good deal. Okay. I'm not sure what this is. It's been a while. Oh, this was a very pretty little vase that I found. I really like the green. This is not painted on. This is green glass. And this was $2. So it's a very pretty green, kind of like a foresty green. And the swirl pattern I thought was very pretty. Also this little tulip top I thought was very nice. But like I said, this is not painted glass. This is actually a vase, and it is vintage because I did the research before I bought it. So it's not Teleflora, it's actually vintage, and it's just a really pretty color. This color is very popular right now, and I think that would look really nice in someone's home. This was $2, which is an excellent deal. And that's going to go in my booth. All right. Here's the next bag. All the stuff that I've shown you so far was from my my thrifting from a couple weeks ago. This is from today. And I thought these were really, really pretty. They're in very good shape. They're very clean. And these little bouquets were $3 a piece. And I think they're just going to liven up something. I've got to figure out where I'm going to put them. These are probably going to stay with me, at least for a little bit. I don't know. I might keep a couple and put some in my booth, just to add some kind of floral interest. I don't have a lot of floral plants in my booth, so I'm going to do that and see if I can liven things up a little bit, kind of just make them a little warmer. And although I got this vase in Dallas. I got this. This is GSA. It says Godinger, sorry, my eyes, Godinger Silver Art Company. So this is at the very least silver plated, and it's got the patina on it, so I'm probably going to give it a little bit of a polish. This is crystal. This piece was $22, and it's just really interesting and really unique. And I just was putting these flowers aside, and I just think it looked really pretty in this vase. They actually just look really nice in there. So maybe when I put this in my booth, maybe I'll stage it with the flowers, because I really like the way that looks. So that was $22, and then the little bouquets were $3 a piece. I found this. I have one like this in my booth already, so it's going to be a pretty close pair. I think they'll pair nicely. This is solid brass, and that was $3.50. So that's going to go in my booth. And then I found these cute little ashtrays. These are also solid brass, and if I remember right, they're made in India. And these were $3 a piece. Just little ashtrays. So those are cute. Just to add a little bit of sparkle on your table or wherever you have them set down. And $3 at my local thrift store, God Store House. And that's in Topeka, that's probably my favorite place in the whole world. That's where I got these. And they are, I don't know if you call them old-fashioned or granny chic, whatever you want to call them, but when I see a beautiful crochet doily, someone made this with their hands, and they took the time to make this, and some of the patterns are really, really beautiful and intrinsic, but I also like when they're different shapes. And so this is a rectangle, which will work with several of my tables. So I have that one, and then I have several rounds that I got. I actually found a matching pair. These are really nice. Most of these were $3, and so I have a bunch of these. I might put some of them in my booth if I have leftovers, but for now, I know I need places to put my glass, which I will try to show some of my collection in a video coming up. I have about 400 or so teal glass pieces, and that's my color. It's been my color pretty much since I moved to the Midwest, about 2017. And this one's really big. So, and it's square. This one I loved because it was square. I don't know if you can see that. So, I got me some doilies. What else? Oh, and these, I got some off work. So I held a brunch. A few weeks ago, and I know that when it happened, I said to myself, I wish I had some of these little teeny tiny forks, because they would have been perfect for just having some fruit. And so I've been on the lookout for some small forks that I can use for brunch and for dessert. And I understand that most of these are very different, and I don't care. I think they all have different little characteristics, and I think they're so sweet. And they were 50 cents each at my God Store House thrift store in Topeka. And those, like I said, those are 50 cents each. I got 14 of them, so I am set when it comes to having enough forks for my brunches. Okay. Let me show you this real quick, because this bag is Banana Republic, and it is brand new. It literally has not been used. It's in excellent condition, and I had to, when I looked inside, I could not believe that it was Banana Republic. It's brand new. This was only $7.50, and so I snagged that up, and that's gonna go in my booth. And hopefully someone will pick that up and enjoy that. These are for me. These are some coat hangers that I found for 50 cents because they're useful. They can go in the bathroom for towels, or I can hang them over a door, which is what that is. And just have a place to hang a robe or a towel, or in a closet. Over a closet door, so I could pick those up for myself. Those are 50 cents each. And so in my goodie bag here, I found these at God's Storehouse in Topeka. These are brass, and I thought they were so sweet. They're little angels. And this was $3, and this one was also $3. They're candle holders, and I just think they're so sweet, and they are solid brass. So they just look really nice. So I have to decide if I'm going to keep these or if I'm going to put them in my booth. They might go in my guest bedroom next to a book stand that I have a Bible on. So I have to decide if I'm going to keep those or sell them. But they were only $3, so either way, total win. I might just keep them for a while and then sell them. I don't know, we'll see. But those might also end up in the booth. You never know. All right, and so when we were in Dallas, I came across some of these, and I didn't really know what they were for. And my daughter said, "Well, they're for holding globes," which I guess, like the art glass globes, the paperweights. And this one is pewter, and I thought it was really nice. This was $2.50. You can also put a votive in there, or you can put a globe or some kind of a sphere on it. Either way. And then I found a brass one, and it's so pretty. And this one was $5, but super cute, really nice, and just really different. So I actually have some of the art glass globes, and so I have to decide again, do I keep them or do I sell them? Maybe I'll keep one and put one in the booth, but either way, $5 for the brass and then $2.50 for the pewter. Excellent deal. And these were from God's Storehouse on 29th Street in Topeka. Okay, at the same God's Storehouse, I just found this little book stand, this little plate stand that was 50 cents. And I found this Anchor Hawking pitcher, which is my color, and it's so pretty. It's in excellent condition. It doesn't have any chips or marks on it. It's beautiful. I love this color so much. I actually have this exact pitcher. I'm gonna look at them next to each other to see which one's a more saturated color, just in case they're different, and I'll keep the one that's more teal and more saturated because that's my color, and then I'm gonna put the other one in the booth. This was $6 for this Anchor Hawking vintage pitcher, which is so beautiful, and it's such a pretty color. I actually have used my pitcher. I use it in the summer, and I make some sangria. You put some wine and some fruit, and I have some really good sangria recipes that I've looked up online, but it works really good for that, and it's also beautiful. So that was a deal. Excuse me. Okay, what else do we have here? My lunch. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. This is from today. This is from God's Storehouse. And I got this really nice dish. Like a trinket dish. But it's big. It's like a tray. And it's such a pretty color. It's very, very kind of a light aquamarine. It's very subtle. But I thought it was really pretty. And I might put this in one of my bathrooms, or I might put it in my booth, but it doesn't have any chips or breaks on it. This was $3.50 at the thrift store, and so I kind of couldn't pass it up, and I ended up getting that, and we'll see if that ends up in my booth. I'm not sure about that one. Might keep that one. All right. This I found almost on my way out, which I have been getting lucky, and I have been doing that. This is solid brass. It's a solid brass lamp. This was $3.50 at the thrift store at God's Storehouse here in Topeka, and it's a really good shape. But I really like the scroll work handle here, and I couldn't believe when I saw it that it was only $3.50. This is definitely going to go in my booth because I have more lamps than I know what to do with. But yeah, that's really pretty. $3.50. That's going to go in my booth. Okay. I found this little lamp also for $3.50. It just needs to be cleaned up. I really like the nightlight lamps because I just think they're so sweet, and there's always room for a little bit of just low light, just to add a little bit of ambiance and some warmth to your room. So I've got to clean up the shade a little bit and clean this up, but I think it's going to clean up really nicely. And for $3.50, you can't go wrong. Nice little night light. At the same thrift store, I found this little crystal trinket box. This is $3.50 for this little trinket box, and it's crystal. It's so pretty. It doesn't have any damage on it, which is something you always want to check for. And it's just really cute, kind of different. I've seen a lot of heart ones, and I have some heart ones in my booth, but I don't have any butterflies. I know some people have a fascination with butterflies, so there it is. She's really cute. This is vintage. I forget the brand. I looked it up, but I don't remember exactly what it said. Some of you probably know right offhand. I really envy people who can tell you, oh, that's Indiana Glass, or that's, that's Anchor Hawking, or that's Fenton, and they can kind of off the top of their mind just tell you what they are. I had to look these up, and now I don't remember what they were, but I know that they're very old. I believe they're antiques. I believe they're more than 100 years old, and someone had votives in them. Which is fine, which is totally fine. As a matter of fact, they're not hard to get out. One of them came out on accident already. Oh gosh, looks like it warmed back up and it's stuck in there again. But the votives are very easy to remove, and so I got these. They're a set. These were $2 a piece for these antique little ruby red goblets. So I was not going to leave those there. This is a modern item. This is not vintage, but I thought it was super cute, and this would work really good in a girl's room or maybe on a bathroom counter. And it's just a really nice place to put. By the way, this was $2.50. It's just a nice place to drop your watch or your rings, a bracelet, and you can have it on your bedside, and it's really cute. It's got the cute little gold trim, and it's got an animal print with the black on the middle and a little brass stand. So yeah, the little brass stem, really cute. Just a nice little addition to somebody's bedside table, I think. Here I have a vase. This glass vase. I'm a sucker for sparkles, and I don't know if you can see. Maybe this will help. It has some copper flakes in it that are sparkly. So I don't know if you can catch that on camera, but it's a very pretty sparkle, and it's a pretty color. It's a nice kind of like a pinkish lavender color, really nice. This is only $4.50, and so it's not going to be super expensive. if I put it in my booth, but it is a really nice vase, and if you're looking for that color to kind of warm up a room, that's gonna work really good. So I had to bring that. Okay, I'm gonna stop for now and keep going on the next one.